Howdy, friend. Sam Houston here, hoping you're living in high cotton. And if you're lucky enough to be in Texas, I know you're most of the way there. Now enjoy your daily dose of Texas history and Texas pride.
Howdy, friend. Welcome back to the Feed Bandit podcast and your Texas History Roundup for March 24th. In 1825, the legislature of Coahuila y Tejas passed the colonization law, which became the basis for all subsequent colonization contracts in Texas and opened the territory to American settlement. Within months, the governor of Coahuila had approved enough contracts to bring 2,400 families to Texas, but only a few impresarios fulfilled the terms. According to the law, each married man planning to farm received one labor, which is 177 acres, and if also desiring to raise livestock, an additional 24 labors, or 4,251 acres. There was no initial payment, but within 6 years the settler was required to pay a nominal sum to the state. In 1836, General Sam Houston wrote to Secretary of War Thomas J. Rusk, recounting the condition and size of his army and asking him to, quote, devise some plan to bring back the rascals who have gone from the army. Oh, why did the cabinet leave Washington? About this day, Houston also learned from captured Mexican soldiers that General Joaquin Ramirez y Sesma had received 1,500 reinforcements. Houston believed this was an exaggeration, but it was close to the truth. Several hundred infantrymen and a complement of dragoons had joined Sesma. In 1851, James S. Hogg was born near Rusk, the first native-born Texan to become governor. He served 2 terms, in 1891 to 1895, after which he returned to private law practice. Among the bills he approved were the Hogg Laws, which created the Railroad Commission, regulated railroad stocks and bonds, forced land corporations to sell their holdings in 15 years, and reduced land grants to foreign corporations. Hogg died in 1906, and his final wish, quote, if, when I am dead, thou wouldst honor me, plant a tree. It was honored by a grove of stately pecan trees planted at his resting place in the Texas State Cemetery. And in 1896, John M. Brewer was born at Goliad. Brewer was a professor at Sam Houston College, now Huston-Tillotson University, in Austin, where he was encouraged by J. Frank Dobie to collect and publish black folklore. He was the first black to join the Texas Folklore Society and the first black vice president of the American Folklore Society. For his, quote, The Word on the Brazos, Negro Preacher Tales from the Brazos Bottoms of Texas, Brewer was chosen one of the 25 best Texas authors. He died in 1972 and was buried in Austin. And finally, in 1909, Clyde C. Barrow was born near Tellico. During his early 20s, he and Bonnie Parker headed a gang that killed several people, including law officers in Texas and nearby states. After a 2-year spree of bank robberies and killings, on May 23, 1934, he and Bonnie were ambushed and killed in a hail of bullets by former Texas Ranger Frank Hammer and other law officers near Gibbsland, Louisiana. All right. That, my friend, was your Texas History Roundup for March 24th. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you back here tomorrow on the next one. You take care.
Well, there you have it. If you like our podcast, check us out at feedbandit.com. There you'll find awesome Texas First outdoors gear and apparel. Your purchase helps support the Bandits and keeps this podcast on the air, fighting for you and for Texas. Remember, preserve the tradition. Protect the legacy. Until next time.